Alright, so today we're going to read an article entitled Brazil Today, Football, Brazil Sport. So now just thinking about the title right here, Brazil Today, Football, what do you think we're going to read about? What do you think that means?
Soccer.
Yeah. Now is this a non-fiction or you say a fiction article? Non-fiction. So it's true, and that means that we kind of have to read a little slower when we're going over this paragraph in paragraphs just to make sure we get all the right details, because it is a lot of facts in a nonfiction story, so we want to make sure we read the right stuff. And so the word football, I know I mentioned this before, is a familiar word. So what other words kind of sound like that football?
Football.
Yeah, like football, like American football. Yeah. Good. Now, yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Like, I mean, Brazil, for example, they call football soccer. And a lot of other countries, I'm sure, do you know any other countries that would say the same thing? Like European countries, maybe?
Probably Ukraine. Maybe.
Yeah. I'm sure probably a lot of the European countries say that. I know Australia does the same thing too.
Australia does. Yeah, they do.
They could. So, in this article right here, on the first, I want to read the first sentence together. And, well, let's just read the first sentence. And it says, yeah, in the first paragraph. And it says, soccer or football is the most popular sport in Brazil.
It seems like. Oh.
So, that's okay. We can, we'll stop there. And now, after reading football is the most popular sport in Brazil, did you think it was soccer the whole time? Or did you think it was football was just American football? You knew it was soccer? Alright, good. So, on these charts, we have a graphic organizer, and it has our key topics, our main ideas, and our details from our main ideas, okay? And we're going to take these, and we're going to use this while we're reading our paragraphs so we can get our important details to write down for each main idea, okay? So on the key topic, we're going to write soccer, because that's our topic that we're reading about today. And can someone tell me where Brazil is on the map?
Right there.
Where? Oh, all right, perfect. Okay, good. So, now let's look at how the author wrote the article. He has 3 paragraphs, well there's technically 4, but we're gonna, that middle paragraph under Pele, we're gonna use as one full paragraph, okay? So we have 2 subheadings. And now, when we look at the second paragraph, it says Pele. So what do you think that paragraph is gonna be about? Yeah, it could be about soccer, it could be about, yeah.
Could be for Brazil.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah,
Caleb?
it is a soccer player.
Yeah. So it's probably going to be maybe information about Pele, okay? And then so when you look at the third paragraph when it says world champions, what do you think that paragraph might be about? Yeah.
Or they were world champions.
Good. They were world champions in the past. They maybe are world champions the past year. But now make sure these. What was that? Yeah. And actually, yeah, it will be. When is that? Is that coming up pretty soon? That's this summer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's this summer.
Okay. Yep.
World Cup.
And so these subheadings help us kind of help us decide, you know, what these paragraphs are going to be about, what the main paragraphs are about. So it's just kind of like a little, I guess you could say, it's a little sneak preview of what the paragraphs are going to be about. Okay. So let's go back and read the first paragraph, and I'll read this one out loud. And then we'll decide whether or not our main topic, and usually our topic sentence is where? Where can we find the topic sentence? It's usually at the first sentence of that paragraph, okay? Yeah. So let's take a look at the first paragraph, and it says, soccer or football is the most popular sport in Brazil. It seems like everyone in Brazil plays soccer, and most Brazilian communities have their own team. There are numerous soccer leagues in Brazil, and the best players are national heroes. Okay, so in our main idea bubble right here, what can we write for that first paragraph? Let's look at that first sentence. What does that say? Yeah, so let's write in that little bubble right here, let's write soccer, most popular sport. Now let's reread the top part and let's find details on why soccer is the most popular sport in Brazil. Okay? So let's skip that first sentence and we'll go to the next one. It says, it seems like everyone in Brazil plays soccer and most Brazilian communities have their own team. So what can we write in that sentence as a detail for the first main idea?
Everybody plays soccer?
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone in
Brazil.
Brazil plays soccer. Good. All right, and how about a second detail? What's that next sentence that we have here?
They all have, they each have their own leagues.
Yeah. There's numerous soccer leagues. And then what's the last detail we can put in?
The best players are national heroes.
Yeah. And what player might that be? Since we're talking, yeah, Pele. Okay. Now for the second part in Pele, I'm going to have you guys read this on your own. But before we start, I want you to look at those bold words. Now, why do you think those bold words are in bold in the first place? Why do you think those words are in bold? Yeah, and like, why do you think that number is there behind it? What do you think that says? What does that mean?
That it's like the first.
Yeah, well, it could. And if you look at the bottom, if you...
The most.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say,
Okay, well, these words are just words that maybe people get confused when they're reading some of the text. And so if you ever have problems when you're reading this, you can go down to the bottom of the page and it says dazzled number 1, and you go down to the bottom of the page and it will show the definition of what dazzled means. So dazzle means to impress greatly or confuse with brilliance. And then, yep, awestruck is what?
filled with wonder and respect.
Yeah, so when you're reading that, you can kind of get a sense of what that word means in that sentence, okay? So now, no, we're going to leave that bubble blank, actually. We're going to, yeah. You guys can cross out the bottom. Yep. So now, I want you to go through paragraph 2 and read this on your own, okay? And I'm going to come around and just listen to you guys read, but at the same time, I want you writing in the main idea of what you think it is in this paragraph, and also some details that you can take out from this paragraph, okay? So you guys, no, you guys can read silently, and then I'll come around, or I'll have Jacob right now read the first paragraph to me out loud, and then I'll have you read the second paragraph, okay? So the paragraph will end right there. Okay? So you can go ahead. You can go ahead and start reading.
Pele dazzled crowds with his quickness and moves. He was nicknamed the Black Pearl. He was 15. Each
like when you were reading though, when you were going through the sentence, you paused in the periods and you didn't keep going really fast. So you did a good job in separating that. So now you can continue reading the second paragraph, and then once you're done, I want you to go back and find those details that you can put on your detail on your organizer, okay? So Kaylin, you can go ahead.
The next year, Pele joined Brazil's national team. He was only 16. He would play in 4 World Cups and score 12 goals for Brazil. He's the only soccer player to have been on the winning team in 3 World Cups. He won in 1958, 1962, and 1970. One London newspaper reviewed his game. The reporter was awestruck. He wrote, "How do you spell Pele? G-O-D?"
So, you know what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he thought he was the god of soccer, okay? So that was good. I like the way you read that. It was very smooth, and you did a good job reading that. So now, I want us to go back and let's find, what can we put for a main idea for Pele in this paragraph? Yeah. He's the greatest, or he's the most recognized soccer player of all time.
I said Pele is the best Brazil soccer player of all time.
Good, that's perfect. And now, when you have details, you can highlight, you get a chance to highlight just important details that you want to use, that you used, and then you guys can copy those highlighted details onto your organizer. So what's one of the details that you can use? Actually, that won't work. I think I have. Why don't you use your pencil? You want to use your pencil to underline it? So what's one detail we can take away from that paragraph? Yeah. He won 3 World Cups. He tried out when he was 15. Can you imagine trying out for a soccer team when you're 15 years old? Yeah. And what other details can we put in?
When he was 16, he would play football in college.
Good. You got them all? What's your last detail you have?
He is the only soccer player to have
He scored 12 goals for Brazil.
Good. So what's your last one you get right, Jacob? Perfect. So now when you're done with this second paragraph, I want you to continue to read the third paragraph, World Champions, and then do the exact same thing that we did for the first two, but I want you guys to do this on your own, okay?
Don't do this one.
You don't have to do this part. You can cross out this last one.
this whole thing.
Yep. And then I want you to look at the main idea and 3 details that you can take out of for the bottom paragraph.
I think the main ideas.
Okay? Yeah, just make sure you read usually when you read that first sentence, it will tell you.
said 3 World Cups here, so and it said they won, so it would be world champions.
Yep.
I don't think there's what is renowned.
So it's really known. It's just a big tradition for them. Like they're known for. Yes. Yes. I think every year they're always in it, aren't they? Have they ever?
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't forget to underline if you need to. Good. Good. I like how you guys are going back in the text, highlighting, underlining the important parts. So what's one detail you have right now?
The World Cup is the most prestigious international soccer event.
Good. Good. Perfect. All right. Good. Now this is something that will probably help you guys later on when you need to read, when you need to do a project on an important person. Yeah. So this organizer kind of helps you organize your thoughts and details into separate areas, and so you're able to take those details and put it onto your paper. So you have everything separated. Okay. And what's your last detail you have?
Mine?
Yeah, what do you have?
Many people know that Brazil is a
Okay. Perfect. Awesome. All right, great. No, that's awesome. All those are perfect. So you guys can hold on to this. We're going to be done for the day. But later today, I want to say you guys did a good job too, by the way. And then later today, we're gonna take a little quiz on the article, and we'll see how well we do with reading the article. Okay. So we'll end on that, and then next period we'll do the article. Or one of the study skills times when you guys come back, either tomorrow or later today. All right? Yeah, we can do that later today. So, all right, nice job, guys.